I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about Mike Perry versus Luke Rockhold is set for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 41. Eddie Alvarez has also been signed. Bare Knuckle FC has made another big splash in form of signing former UFC middleweight champion Luke Rockhold to face Mike Perry at an upcoming event. BKFC president announced the news of Rockhold deal during a recent appearance on the MMA Hour with Ariel Hawani, I believe. Rockhold versus Perry will headline the promotion's April 29th event. Not later this year, that's next month. In addition, former UFC lightweight champion Eddie Alvarez has signed on to face Chad Mendes. Chad Mendes on the same. Oh, look at these. This is an all UFC card, right? What are we talking about here? Rockhold announced his retirement following a loss to Paulo Costa last year at UFC 278. I believe that card was headlined by Usman versus Edwards. I believe that was in Utah. Before quickly pivoting on that declaration, he hinted at a move to boxing and other combat ventures, which began with this upcoming BKFC debut. Mike Perry has quickly become one of the biggest names in bare knuckle fighting championship after defeating Michael Venom Page MVP last year. Michael Venom Page, I do have to mention, is from current Bellator fighter. Last year in London, Michael Venom Page's backyard. Mike Perry is currently 2-0 with the promotion after winning his debut over Julian Lane. I believe that's the Let Me Bang Bro guy, right? Is that him? Following a long stint in the UFC. Perry versus Rockhold, Eddie Alvarez versus Chad Mendes set for April 29th, 2023. Also, looks like Ben Rothwell was also on the card. Perry announced his return earlier this year, but Rockhold's signing wasn't finalized at the time. Eddie Alvarez parted ways with one championship last year following an up and down tenure with the promotion. He last fought in MMA in April 2021, losing to I can't pronounce. I don't want to say. Is it okay Ray Yoon? Viva unanimous decision. Alvarez will face a tough test in Mendes, a former UFC featherweight title challenger who looked impressive in his BKFC debut against Joshua Alvarez. Okay, so he's fighting the Alvarez family in early 2022. I may have seen that fight. I may have heard about it, but I didn't know that Chad Mendes was in the BKFC, because you can see that fight happened in early 2022. So it's been almost a year. Okay. Nothing else is really going on. My whole question with this is, where's this fight? What weight class is that both of these fights going to happen at? Like I said, I haven't been paying too much attention to Mendes, but Eddie Alvarez was the lightweight champion. That's 155 pounds. I don't know if Mendes, I can't say it's ever fought. I don't, from what I believe, I don't believe Mendes fought at 155 pounds in the UFC. I believe it was a featherweight contender, and he fought Alvarez. I believe he fought Alvarez twice. Maybe he fought him once. I believe he fought him twice. But, when Mendes fought Conor McGregor, that was in featherweight. Andy Alvarez also fought Conor McGregor, but that was in lightweight. And my question would also be with Mike Perry. I know MVP is also a welterweight, and when Mike Perry was in the UFC, I believe he was fighting in the welterweight division. But Rockhold is a middleweight contender, so I don't know if this is going to be a catchweight fight. Would be shocked if Rockhold went down to 170 pounds, I believe, in Strikeforce. Wasn't Rockhold like the light heavyweight champion? Am I wrong? Or was he the middleweight champion? I can't specifically remember, but I know Rockhold was the UFC middleweight champion. He defeated Chris Weidman to win that bout. So I don't know, I don't have to figure out where both of these fighters, all four of these fighters, which weight class are they going to fight? Is Perry moving up to the middleweight, or is it a catchweight fight? Is Alvarez or is Mendes moving up to the lightweight? Or will this be a catchweight fight? But obviously, BKFC, they're definitely going to make some noise with a card like this. A lot of really, really, really big names and big promotion from all four of these fighters. I don't really normally give my personal opinion on these stories, but if I was these fighters, and I'm not these fighters, I would go down the boxing route, right? I feel like you can make way more money. You see Jose Aldo has went into boxing. You see Anderson Silva has went into boxing. You see Chris Cyborg has went into boxing. It seems like you can get a lot more money heading into boxing than bare knuckle fighting. It's extremely violent. The Mike Perry versus Michael Venom Page fight was, you could see Michael Venom Page's face was totally beat up. This is, I can't say close to a life-changing beating, but, it's very different to put someone out with bare knuckle fighting rules, and the damage of your face is, it's a lot more damage you're going to take in a bare knuckle fight than in a fight where there's gloves and there's striking and there's grappling and there's takedowns. Rockhold has a lot of submissions, right? Like, I know Rockhold is really, really good with submissions, but, is he going to knock out Mike Perry? And where are they going to fight at? Is it going to be a middleweight, or is it going to be in a welterweight division? There's a lot of questions, but let me know your opinion of these fights. Are you excited to see these fights? Will you be tuning in? Personally, like I said, I don't normally put my personal opinion on these stories, but I personally will watch the highlights. But I'm just bare knuckle fighting. I'm not trying to compare it to slap league fighting. It's just bare knuckle fighting is not for me. I haven't really seen a fight that was like super exciting. It's just, I know it sounds crazy. It's too violent for me. It really is. Even if you watch the highlights of Michael Venom Page versus Mike Perry, you look at what happened to Michael Venom Page, you're just like, dude, he may not be the same after taking a beating like this. Like, it's really violent. It's really bloody. The damage is all over your face after a fight like this. Because, like I said, in MMA, there's leg kicks, there's submission, there's grappling. This is just, you're just standing there, just literally just punching each other in the face, or in the head, or in the body, or whatever you want to, but I'm not too crazy about BKFC. I know they're trying to get more names. I'm pretty sure they're trying to get Nate Diaz, but even if Nate Diaz went, I'm definitely still not going to watch one of these events. I'll just catch the highlights. But let me know your opinion of this story. I'm Jason. The world is yours. Today we have a story about Mike Perry is set to fight Luke Rockhold in BKFC 41. Eddie Alvarez is also set to face Chad Mendes. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.